Making that joke again.
Please don't. Right, we're rolling.
So do you want to wear your headphones or not?
They're annoying me. That's the problem. They're not sitting on my head right.
Well, I think you need to adjust your head.
Do you know what? If that was possible, I would have done that by now.
Gotta protect your neck.
Protect your neck. Yeah, it's fucked. I won't be wearing these. Can I use that one? Or is it still going to be an issue?
What, as in?
Because no, this is jarring. As in, I'm putting it on and it's just doing that.
It's because you've not got it on properly.
It's because you haven't got it on properly. Like you put the right side on the left.
Wait, hold on.
Should I cut this out?
No, keep it in because I don't know what he's doing.
It's still doing that.
Nah, you are doing that.
Bring it here.
Oh my gosh.
That's not my fault. Who did that? Like, who did that before they came?
Weird.
Nah, it's messed up.
You see, this is what happens to people born in 95 and not Scorpios.
This just doesn't make any sense.
It does make a lot of sense. You know, a lot of women
He's
believe
even
in that.
struggling with it.
Shout out to all the women that believe in that. I don't believe in that.
I think it's fine.
You know what? Put it down.
Man tried to cook me.
Oh,
The headphones do that, but you gotta find a certain way where it sits properly.
Oh man,
It doesn't matter anyway. Are we gonna begin?
Yeah.
Let's start again.
No, let's start from here.
But we just look silly.
Nah, don't worry, man.
That's like.
I'll cut from here. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay. I hear
Alright,
that.
start from now. 40
Yeah.
seconds in.
Okay, so Made in Chafford podcast episode 102.
Yes, sir.
Yo, you know we celebrated the 100 happening. Now we're into it, and this is the big leagues, boys. You get to this point,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
the checks start coming in. That's what I was told, anyway.
Yeah, where the money at?
Where's the bag?
It's supposed to be two in there. That's never not funny.
Okay, boys, you know what time it is. Introduce yourself. Get the aliases off.
Yes. Big 2-0 in the building.
You already know.
Cole Sanusi, what's good?
It's Genghis Chibogwe, Black Mamba Dove, aka E-Man. Shouts to you guys. What's up? What's everybody saying?
Whenever you say Bumba Dove, I just envision a dove just flying through the air. Just out of nowhere, just like...
I imagine a snake on wings.
Yeah.
Or snake with
Because
wings.
doves, they do fly.
What? That's some Harry Potter shit. What do
Possibly.
you mean?
Voldemort and them, man.
What do you mean by that?
Apparently, there is mythical interpretation about snakes having wings, and specifically the word seraphim having to do with a snake having wings. I don't personally know. I don't necessarily believe in that sort of interpretation, but yeah,
Well, snakes used to have legs. At least that's what the Bible says.
they're called lizards.
They're called lizards.
Yeah.
So he didn't take away their legs. He just made them. Wait, what? I'm confused.
No, you confuse yourself, bro.
Nah, but in the Bible it said snakes had legs, and then that was their punishment for back.
What chapter? What verse?
I'm assuming Genesis.
Or them and there.
Man said what verse?
God cursed the snake and said you will crawl on your belly.
Yeah, that was
for the rest of your days.
that was their
dust.
punishment for being on the devil's side, isn't it?
No, it was the punishment for the snake persuading Eve to take the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil.
Yeah, but then the snake was
But
being controlled by the
guess
devil.
What? Who was accountable? The man. It's mad.
I mean, yeah, yeah, that, yeah.
God said, "Nah, you're the one who was supposed to take it." You know what? Let's not get there.
Oh, you know,
Then
you
you get your aliases off.
Yeah, get your
yeah,
hands
it's
off,
two
man.
dams in the building, and you already know what time it is.
Mm.
The reel is back. The reel is
The
back.
time right now is 12:44:57.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Mm.
if you're watching this, you know what time it is as well. So, thanks for that.
Mm.
All right. Okay, I'm just gonna get into it. First topic for today is going to be discussing OnlyFans. They recently came out and said they'll be no longer allowing porn on their site. This is basically football without the ball.
Wow. That's a great analogy. I think it's
Yeah,
peak, bro.
It's a decent analogy. Yeah.
I think it's peak. I think, listen, man, you got to do what you got to do to get the money. And I feel like they played the game. but it might backfire because that's going to be like 90% of their content.
That is only. That's what I noted for. So I don't see why they're changing. This makes no sense.
No, it's an industry. It's the industry, innit?
What about the industry? Like they've got their own corner of the net. Just patrol that.
No, it's the industry, bro. So basically, within the industry, Patreon, they used to do the same thing, and then they turned around and said no pornography anymore because firstly they need to get other content creators, other advertisers onto their platform, so at least one, the content creators can actually generate income, and two, they can generate income as well, a secondary income from the advertisers. So majority of the advertisers do not want naked ladies next to their products. You don't want to see Daz with Nyash.
I get what you're saying, but they've ruined their own image because I at least Patreon didn't have that image of being somewhere where people go to expose themselves or expose their body. But like OnlyFans, when you hear that word, you think of naked girls,
and then also like investors as well. Investors, advertisers, and also like their long-term vision. You don't want to be known for porn.
I just can't see this working out for them, as in.
It may not work out for them in the short term, but in the long term.
What do you think their long-term goal is then?
Their long-term goal is to be competitors of YouTube. And currently their main competitor might just be Patreon, but their main competitor might just be YouTube.
Okay, I see that, but I feel like they've obviously cornered the space and cornered the market. I just don't see the necessary need for them to change. But I see what you're saying, but they're so ingrained in what they've become known for now. I don't know if
they can pull it off.
Yeah, if the public will allow the change.
It's the branding, isn't it? It's like the people, like you said, people have put the two together. It's synonymous now.
Yeah.
When you view OnlyFans, you think of pornographic content. So essentially, they're screwed.
It's almost like if someone in the local area is a hoe, and they grow up. They're adults now, but you're always gonna know that they're a hoe.
That's actually a really good way of looking at it.
Yeah,
like
it's mad.
It's tarnished. At least Patreon has even if they had naked content at one point, at least they have the benefit of I never knew that was the case at some point. So they could have made the switch.
They're gonna have to spend a lot of money to like actually change the perception, because I think in America, there was that brand. What is it? Cash App. So at some point, people were like, oh, if you have a Cash App, it automatically means you have some kind of content or you're sending people money for the sake of sexual exploitation. I think they've slowly changed that. I think now they've got like you can trade on their app now. You can actually send money to people and stuff like that. So they've slowly disassociated themselves from that. So maybe they can pull it off.
It can be done, but I feel like it's just so I mean, when I met Cash App, I knew it more as the latter of what you just described.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that image, but I just feel like everyone has the same image of OnlyFans. Like, I don't know what the idea was always that it would be for content creators, and it got changed into something that it wasn't initially, if that makes sense. So it was meant for like makeup artists, for them to be able to do their tutorials, and you could pay to watch it, sort of like classes. Whereas it's obviously not gone that route. Maybe if they spend enough money, that people's perception of it could change, but I just can't see that happening.
Yeah, but OnlyFans, what do you understand about OnlyFans? If you're a celebrity, if you're an influencer and you want to give out content that you don't want to put on YouTube, that you don't necessarily want to put on Instagram, Instagram is also going to implement the same thing. I don't know if you saw the interview on The Breakfast Club with the current... I think he's the CEO. I think he's the CEO of Instagram currently at the moment. Even though Instagram is owned by Facebook, he's the CEO. But he said that soon they will start implementing the same process of paying for content. The same way that YouTube is doing it now, and OnlyFans will succeed.
Yeah.
The only thing is that with OnlyFans, I think there'll be a lot of content creators that are doing classes, as you said.
Yeah.
Vlogs, like celebrity vlogs and stuff like that, pictures, art collections and stuff like that, they will sell on OnlyFans. So OnlyFans it may be in the drought season for the next short term, so maybe 1 year to 1 year and a half, but as soon as it picks up, they may turn around and take the money that they made from these pornography acts and then just slap it on a A-list celebrity and then say, listen, come to our OnlyFans, we'll pay you X amount, and then from there we want to galvanize a new community of content creators to be on the platform.
Yeah, no, I think there is something quite clever in OnlyFans, and I'm surprised more celebrities haven't taken advantage of it. You could give a lot of unique content, a lot of unique merch on there, really make it something whereby like, oh, if you don't, I mean, they already have their websites, but they could use it as somewhere else, like, oh, this song isn't on the album. If you want it, you can get it on OnlyFans, sort of thing. So that's a route that they could go through. And like you said, it's obviously, I'm looking at it in the short term at the moment. I'm just like shocked that they've come to this decision because that is what they're known for. But I think, yeah, it could be something in a year or in a year and a half's time that we'll be speaking about and be like, yeah, that was a smart decision for them. Because obviously, like you said, no one wants to advertise Daz, and then, you know, next thing there's Nash next to it. So I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, and I think something new will probably be born from it. Or
Yeah,
they might
110%.
decide to spin it off a certain thing. Isn't Tiger making his own
Phenomenal
OnlyFans?
rapper. Yeah, the phenomenal rapper.
Or his own, like what's it, like a competitor for OnlyFans?
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Go get that cash.
And later on, maybe 5-10 years, he may turn around and change it. It will definitely make him billions, for sure. But
because those girls are going to need someone to go to shake their ass.
Why is he selling meat though?
Is he himself?
Probably. Doesn't he have his own OnlyFans?
Yeah, but I think it was more like the way I was describing it earlier. I hope.
I'm pretty sure he's on there smashing chicks.
Yeah. Same thing as Safari. Same thing as there's other men as well. It's not just women. That's an equal platform.
I mean, fair enough. Do what you want, but I did not see that coming.
Here we are.
Phenomenal rapper.
I agree. I mean, he made taste and that was it. My man was set for life. 1 billion views on YouTube. He's golden.
Fair play, man.
I did tell you guys he was a phenomenal rapper. That's right.
I don't know
good.
about
But
phenomenal.
anyways, for the ladies who are
On them, what are they gonna do?
going back to the streets, you are going. I don't care what you may think of me, but you are going back to the streets. I even saw one article where basically there was this woman who was in the vicarage, and she was like, she was in the Church of England. Yeah, she was like one of them high priests. Yeah, she went and did OnlyFans, and she said,
what did
"I
she
felt
do?
fulfilled."
Why?
She made money. She wanted to shake some ass.
Shake some ass for God, you know. What the fuck?
Nah. She was selling holy water.
Shake some ass. For God.
That's a bad imagery, bro.
God forgive us, please. You know our hearts.
Nah,
What
God
the
forgive,
fuck?
bro? You asked for forgiveness, bro. That joke has nothing to do with me. But
You should have told me that story. That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard. A vicar shake like what on OnlyFans,
Yeah.
making coin.
yeah,
Come on,
Does
man.
she have cakes?
I
offering
wouldn't know.
was
She
hot
was
that
making
week,
money,
man.
bro. She was making
I'm
mad
assuming
peas.
she had cakes.
I'm assuming so. You know, you can assume, right?
She better
had
be
money.
giving the right amount of tithes as well. She's
I think she
making that
left the
extra
church.
income.
I think she left the church, man.
You
She's
have
on it.
to,
No,
man.
you can't come back.
You can, but that money now. I mean, what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna have to give
It's
it to
sport
someone.
milk, innit? They don't want to take that. I don't want to take your OnlyFans money.
It's true.
Yeah.
Some dirty money.
Nah,
Some
man.
dirty money.
Do you know what
Dirty ass money,
OnlyFans
bro.
really reminds me of? You watch Euphoria, innit?
Yeah.
Remember the big girl got OnlyFans?
Oh yeah, she became some like super famous like,
No one knew who she was. She was undercover on OnlyFans, just shaking it.
and the man them were loving it.
They were loving it. Incels as well. Is it
I
incels?
think it's incels.
Yeah, them man be weird, but yeah, she was making peas. So I see the vision.
Listen,
I
man.
feel sorry for the Galdem though, because it's
Diversify.
No, you're going back to the streets. You're going back
Diversify.
to your bloody 9-to-5s, if you can get it.
Diversify your
You know why?
portfolio,
Because for one whole year, they're gonna ask you, "What were you doing for a whole entire year?" I was
working on myself.
man. I was definitely working
Oh,
on
Demi,
myself.
that's a great one. That's a
Working
good
on
one.
myself.
You caught me off with that, you know. I was working on myself. I like that, Demi.
That might
Nah,
be the name of the episode, dog. I was working on myself, dog.
Nah,
That's
these girls
actually-
are sick.
That's genius.
No,
what
I
can
mean-
you say if you say that to them though? Like,
There's nothing they can
fair
say.
enough.
I think
nah. Listen, I mean, you ladies. I mean, there's ways they can still make money by
100%.
making their own websites.
Some of them just could become porn stars.
I mean, you were doing
but
it already.
the industry is completely different.
Yeah.
Like there's even been some I've even seen on like some porn star reactions where basically they're saying like on YouTube, they're basically saying that if I just do this on OnlyFans, I make more money than I do in
You have to
porn.
go through this person,
But
this person, distribution, all that stuff.
those individuals within the porn industry, they can go back to porn. It's very easy for them because it's
that's their bread and butter anyway.
that's their bread and butter. Whereas the other ladies who left
They never
their
had an
9 to
insight
5,
into this, yeah.
who left their professions, now it's a situation of
Nah,
what
but
do you do?
They were making peas.
They were making money.
Dog.
Imagine you're
Lamborghini
making.
Urus.
Imagine
Dog.
you're making 40k, yeah, and then all of a sudden you've made 1.2 million.
I'm gonna ask you boys a question, and you know,
Hold on. You're making 1.2 million, yeah.
who's making 1.2 million from OnlyFans?
There's a bunch of ladies who are making 1.2 million on OnlyFans.
Jesus.
That's probably like the top 10%.
Damn.
Hey, yo, mum, I'm sorry, innit?
You gotta pay this bill somehow. Do you pay this bill?
So
you
then-
pay my telephone bills.
So you're making 1.2 mil for the past 2 years, right? Where do you go from there? And you are a single woman. You can go on to doing your own websites, but that money drops significantly. Unless you have your core fan base, fair
Which
enough.
I'm sure they would, though, to be fair. Like, I'm sure they'd have their fan base who would follow them to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I mean, from OnlyFans. Question. So my question was, could you date someone that had one? I'm just going to say no. No.
Absolutely
we had this,
not.
We had this discussion.
I feel like we have, yeah.
but absolutely not.
Yeah,
no,
we had this
I couldn't
discussion
do it.
now.
Nice to see our answers haven't changed. Especially now that they're not going to be making the bread.
Exactly. It's
That
not
was
even worth it anymore.
It's not worth the hassle. If you're making 1.2 million, I
could've
kind of
overlooked
understand.
And the worst thing about it is that
You could take me Nobu.
your body, your everything is now on the internet.
That's
It
true.
can't be taken back.
Would you be with someone if they were just showing feet?
Ah, yeah. Show my feet.
Bro, no.
Yuck. I ain't got your toes out. God damn. That's some gross shit.
The person who was just showing feet.
Because you actually don't know whose feet it is.
That's what I said. Just show my feet. You might not understand.
You're trying to say you got nice feet. You got something to tell us.
What, me? Nah. Well, I do, but I'm not like trying to sell feet. But
So it's actually a fun. That's such a funny sentence. Selling feet. Yuck.
Come on, lady. Come on, lady. 1 pound feet.
Yuck.
I don't think because there's still the notion of like you're doing porn.
But what if he becomes
Nah,
a
come on, man,
millionaire
it's
off of
feet.
selling
Yes.
literally feet?
But I don't know. I have to be there first. I have to actually be there.
I
Like,
said I have to be in the room.
I have to be there like to actually go through that to like, oh yeah, I do OnlyFans, but I only sell feet. Then I'll have to be in the actual situation to make the decision of like, oh, okay, maybe not. I don't know. Right now I'm leaning towards no because you're still doing porn, but
Yeah.
It's not
It's,
porn.
it's
Well-
not actually porn.
okay, right? My parents, both Christians, their friends, families, they're all within a circle of church.
Yeah.
Oh, what does your wife do? Oh yeah, she sells online pornography feet.
Why have you said that sentence?
Well, because I'm a truthful guy. You
could
want me to lie to bishops?
You
want me to lie to
You could
priests?
flip that. You could
You want-
flip
you
that
want me to
sentence.
lie?
You could flip that sentence.
Oh yeah, she's
could.
a content creator.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Nah, damn, I'm not lying. Oh, what content do they make? And my dad is that guy.
Selling
Yeah.
feet.
He will ask you a series of questions, and he'll be like, "So what content do you feed?
What content do you feed?
What content do you feed? We see how E-Man's mind's at.
Demon time.
Yeah, no, but it's a thing of like,
That's funny as hell.
yeah, no, it's a situation of like what. Nah.
Selling ass or selling feet, dog? Selling feet, man.
Go on, do your thing, man.
Listen, get them toes out.
If someone says they're gonna give you £100 for a picture of your foot, let's get it cracking.
Shit, let's level them shits up. Let's level them
Yo, I'm
them
buying a
hoes.
DSLR camera.
Dog.
How do you want this content, man? Come on, dog.
Yo.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Yeah, but
funny.
the thing is, with me, I'm truthful to my parents. So
No, I hear that. No, you,
I
and you,
don't
as you
think I
should be,
can.
as you should be.
Yeah,
Nah,
of course,
don't
of
worry
course,
about it.
of
I'm
course.
on your side. Makes complete
We're
sense.
following you.
I just think it's just funny as
What content?
No, that was
do you see?
what content do you feed? That's the. Do you know what? I think it's gonna be one of those episodes where there's like 6 names of the
Yeah,
episodes.
100%.
But okay, let's get. I think we should move on to the next topic. So
Kendrick Lamar.
is it Kendrick Lamar? Yeah,
K
you're right.
Dot.
Kendrick leaving TDE. Came as shocking news. I think for everyone really.
Yeah, you
surely.
put it in the chat yesterday, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Me and Imam discussed this. Me and Imam discussed this briefly before you arrived.
Mhm.
So I really liked Iman's thought process on it. Imam, why don't you break it down for the peeps?
My man had enough, and he said, "Fuck TDE, fuck the camp, fuck everybody, fuck Isaiah Rashad, fuck the whole squad, fuck Scissor and her long hair, fuck everybody. I'm out." That's what he basically said.
I mean, but he didn't.
Is that
did
what
he?
you got?
He never said anything. He never said none of that. He was basically just talking about his purpose as an individual, and he said that this would be my last album releasing on TDE, and it's like cool. But in our conversation, just briefly, pre-production, pre-production. Pretty much, I said that all the greats that will leave their current position, being signed to a label and create their own label, one to create more money for themselves, put themselves in a better position, and two, put other people in position, bring up the new generation and put them in a place where it's like everybody needs to make money. Also, it's what everybody has done as the great. Firstly, it's what everybody has done as being one of the greats. So you look at J. Cole, Kanye West, Jay-Z, Rick Ross, who was the other one? Drake, Travis Scott as well. All of them have done the same thing in terms of being signed to somebody and then turning around and then creating their own to sign other people so that they can reap the benefits and then also they can put them on a better platform.
Yeah.
Pardon me. About his purpose, I don't know what that purpose may be, but I think he has a completely different understanding on how he needs to move, because as Kanye West said in the Breakfast Club interview when he was doing for the Yeezus album press run, he basically said he doesn't want to be a 40-year-old rapper talking about I've got chains, I've got bitches, I got this, I got that, right? Shouts to the women, I don't need bitches, but that's what a lot of hip hop speaks about, degrading women, which is another topic for another day. But I think Kendrick Lamar probably sees the word. I mean, if you listen to the word, the song. What is the song called?
Which one?
Ain't Nobody Praying For Me. Feel. The song's called Feel.
Yeah.
If you listen to that song in particular, it's like he's speaking about things from a completely different perspective. He's saying that I feel like everything is not what it seems, and people really need to grasp on what is happening, and maybe that just might be his purpose. He wants to change his whole musical outlook, probably even drop music and then say, let me focus on this to help the people around me.
I hear that. I mean, it's interesting. I think he's been there since the beginning of his career, so it makes sense. Like naturally, he'd want to change. It's just it is TDE losing their biggest artist, which it must be a massive blow for them. It's just interesting. It's one of those things in hip hop you just don't think you'd ever see happen, and it's crazy to think someone will be on a label for their whole life, but you kind of do think he'd be there for a number of years, but. It's like you said, it's the right thing. It seems like he wants some form of career progression as well. No one stays at the same place really anymore forever.
Do you realize that Kendrick Lamar was not actually the biggest artist at first? It was J-Rock.
Well, that's since changed.
Yeah, that's definitely changed. The more you know.
Yeah, I mean, it would be him, and then I guess SZA would be second.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think.
Actually, no, I think SZA's first.
What, bigger than K?
No, I don't think so.
No,
She's a woman. She's a singer. She can.
She's a woman. She's a
one
woman.
What's okay. She's a woman firstly, so she can her product can be sold in multiple avenues to different demographics.
She's
Whereas
just not bigger than Kendrick, I don't think.
whereas Kendrick Lamar can only be sold within rap, and certain areas of pop.
Okay, well, it's not even close.
Yeah,
I know what you're trying to say.
we'll see what
But it's
SZA's
not
next
even-
album does, but
it's
I
not
don't
even
think it's close at
I-
all.
You could argue she might have more potential, but what Kendrick has done, he's out of it. Do you know one of the things that's interesting though? I think guys might have seen towards the beginning of last year, he was announcing this label situation called PP Lang, and he had Georgia Smith, he had Baby Keem, and he had a couple other people, and they was putting out a couple like little like videos and projects and that.
Yes.
They had a song out and an advert, and people were speculating that he might be creating his own label at the time. So I think that is probably what it's going to be. I think PP Lang is what he's working on, and it involves Baby Keem, which I think he is his actual cousin, like their blood.
Yeah, they're blood
So
cousins.
I think he probably wants to, just like you said, maybe further development of somebody else's like career, maybe do things outside of TDE and potentially push Baby Keem to like become like a superstar. And I don't know how it'll work, because obviously he's a talented boy, but I don't know if he could ever emulate what Kendrick has done. But
they
I
make
do
different
think,
kind of music. I don't think that.
you can't ever put the two together.
Yeah.
But I do think it's weird, because when I think of Kendrick, I just think of Top Dog and I think of TDE. Like,
Yeah,
I think
the two are.
it's like when you
synonymous.
think of Drake, you think of OVO. If you think,
Not YMCMB.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Nah.
I think of OVO at this point in his tenure. I don't see.
only think of OVO.
You don't think
If you
of
really
YMC
deep it, you only think of OVO.
right now, exactly. So maybe in his mind, he's like, look, I am TDE. Same way Drake says, look, I am YMCMB, but now let me be OVO, let me be PP Lang, or whatever it is
Do
he
you think,
decided to do.
He's obviously had an album that's been sitting there for a while. Do you think there could be any label dispute sort of thing?
There was rumors, weren't there, that they had a falling out, him and Top, but I don't think so. I literally think it was a pandemic. The album was supposed to come out, and then it literally everything got scuppered. Couldn't go on tour, couldn't do nothing. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say if the album he created at that point is still the album he's gonna put out.
I
now.
doubt it. I mean, so much so that The Weeknd's been trying to go on tour for years, and now he's had to make a whole new
another
album just so that he can go on tour.
Yeah, the game is kind of effed up right now. But I think regardless of what Kendrick does, he's gonna make amazing music, and hopefully it means we don't have to wait too long for him to put music out if he decides to leave TDE.
I don't think we'll get anything this year though.
I think we will, considering he's come out and said something. It might be soon.
Fair enough.
It might be soon. I don't see him disappearing again and like not saying it, coming out with put out a big statement like that and then
just going away for a while. Yeah,
I think
guess
it's
you've got
time.
everyone's ears up. Why would you waste the attention that you've got at the moment? It's just an interesting situation. I guess it's just, again, the two are just so synonymous with each other that it's just one of those things you never think would happen. And like yourself, when I think of Kendrick, I think of Top Dog Entertainment.
Yeah.
But I wonder what the implications would be for the label, because they don't really have another big hitter like that.
They'll be fine. They've got enough talent.
Fine. It'll just become a bit like.
They have Schoolboy Q. They have
Yeah,
J-Rock.
that is a big. That's a
J-Rock
big
just
act.
won a Grammy, so
There's
as I
enough
said-
talent on the roster.
yeah. As I said, J-Rock was supposed to be bigger than Kendrick Lamar. He just won a Grammy, so the next project, there's a lot of money towards it.
Yeah. I hear what you're
SZA
saying.
as well is another act. I think Isaiah Rashad, he might. I think he's definitely going to be Grammy nominated. We just haven't heard enough music for it to be.
For that to be the case.
For it to be the top album of the year in terms of hip hop. Yeah. But yeah, no, you do have a few acts.
They've certainly got a few acts, but it's like any team, in any sport, in any form of life. If you lose one of your best players, you're gonna feel it. So it'll be interesting to see how they regroup. Maybe they might push someone else to the moon. Like you said, I mean, they've got enough good acts there. It would make the most sense to probably push Schoolboy to the moon. J-Rock is definitely an option. So yeah, they'll be fine. But again, it's like when Ronaldo left Real Madrid, and it was like, how are they going to perform without him?
Yeah, and it's hard. Like you said, it's impossible to replace that. But
yeah,
it's okay.
exactly.
He's done amazing things there. Like he's done unprecedented things. Even in that statement, it looked like it was more. I think Top Dog put a statement afterwards, and it was more so like a celebration of how much they've accomplished. So it doesn't seem to be like a bad blood type of thing,
which is good. Which you wouldn't want.
Yeah, absolutely not.
And I think he's still going to be screaming out TDE It's just it makes sense. The statement made sense, and I was pleased that it came from a place of love, and it weren't just him like going on Twitter like, "Yo, fuck my label, I'm out."
Yeah,
like
like we always see. You know what I mean?
So I think it's a good situation, just one we didn't see coming, but hopefully
Go
it
on.
means there's gonna be more music coming out from him.
I'm hoping they please give us a posse cut, man. Give us another posse cut. I need Black Hippie on the song again.
They're
Just
never
one
doing
more
that.
time. Just one more time. Go on,
Man
guys.
said just one more time.
Please, I'm dying for it. I'm dying for it.
There's even Absol. Like we're forgetting Absol.
So
we're forgetting some people.
So is on there as well. Who else is on? They got a
Nah,
talented little
I mean,
roster.
again, it's like it's the same way like when I said Ronaldo left Real Madrid, and Real Madrid as a club is fine. Like they won the league the year before this, so there will be TDU themselves will be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not. I wouldn't even think into it too much, but it's just interesting to see because I don't think we've seen something like this in a while in hip hop where a label has lost their biggest player, or their biggest players decided they want to leave.
Yeah, I can't think of the last time we've had something similar to this. But we'll see. There was a couple of rumors about even SZA like beefing with Top and like obviously not putting the album out and that like the rollout big.
Yeah, that was weird, and she had a good rollout. I mean, I guess no one wants to drop an album and they can't tour and they can't really do anything for it.
Yeah, but I think it's her voice as well.
What do you mean?
Because she had surgery on her voice.
Say word.
Or her voice box.
Oh, okay, I genuinely didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a big, massive thing. Like, if they didn't have surgery, she wouldn't be able to sing ever again.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
So I think they probably said, you know what, just take your time with it. We're gonna release, and basically it's the money thing as well. It's like the tour, the touring, the merch. There's a lot of money to be made. So if you're gonna drop an album, it's gonna be there for the moment, but that's it. Rather than here and then you can go on tour and then people are going to see you, people are going to fan about you, your fans are going to be there, other people are going to be there, your listening ship is going to go up. Yeah.
Nah, I hear that. Well, I guess I think for all of us it's just we want to see the music which Kendrick drops.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the point I'm at.
If Kendrick, Drake and Kanye dropped on the same day,
I'm listening to Drake first.
who you listening to first?
I'm going to say
Kanye.
Drake.
You listen to Drake? You man?
Kanye West. I'm going to listen to Kanye West a couple times. Then I'm going to listen to Drake. Because here is the problem with social media, right? Social media likes to do this thing of having like a situation where it's like an instant Demi, with instant classic mentality, where it's just, oh yeah, this song's an instant classic, you must listen to this song, and everyone listens to the one song and then no one actually goes to the album and listen to it. Whereas Kanye West, I think everybody's expecting Kanye West, but everybody has listened to the album some way, shape or form. And I think he's even dropped a new stream it's going to drop a new stream for today, the 21st. Where we're recording on the 21st. He's going to drop a new stream for today, and then when it comes out next week, which will be the around the 28th time, then at least everybody will hear the final product.
Yeah.
And that's when I'll get to listen to it and really understand the art form of it and everything like that. Even like the last song, Post My Bell, like that song basically sounds like I need to be outside where Kanye West is performing at Glastonbury in that pyramid thing.
Do you have Do you have high hopes for this album?
Nah, my hopes are on the floor.
Wow.
Which is a good place for them to be.
Same.
Because I didn't like the last two projects.
Brother.
Maybe, I did like the last two projects.
Of Kanye West?
Yeah. I
What was the last two projects?
Yay, and I didn't like Jesus is King.
Wow.
Nor did I.
Jesus King was calm.
I don't know.
But if you listen, you know what? If you listen to Yandi, you'll hear a lot of tracks on Yandi on Jesus is King, but with completely different lyrics, which is fun. But that's something for you as the listeners to go and take time and do. But you know what? Ye wasn't that bad. It's his worst album, yes, but it's not that bad.
I don't think that he's not capable of making bad music. Is he the product of his own success in the sense that, with him, like my expectations are sky high because, I mean, up to T-Lop, he hadn't produced, in my opinion, a bad album. But I just don't think Ye and Jesus is King were it personally for me. But I think it's good for me that my expectations are on the floor because it gives him a lot of room to impress.
Yeah,
So I think,
agree.
and the tracks that I have heard, I have liked. I think he's doing what we think DJ Khaled should do. He's getting everyone in the game on the tracks and he's making it sound harmonious and like he's bringing them together. People you wouldn't think work together have come together on a track and it sounds great. So I'm intrigued, but I don't know what to expect. It could still be bad. And it sounds like there's a lot of tracks on there as well. And yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
We will see. That's the bottom line, really.
Yeah. What about you, Collins?
Who would I listen to first? Maybe Kendrick, purely because I don't know what I don't know what to expect.
Oh, this is Kendrick, Drake, and Kanye.
If they dropped on the same day, I'd probably pick Kendrick to listen to first.
It's a good choice.
Purely because I just don't know where he's at.
And he hasn't been around for a while, so it'd be like listening to a surprise. I guess.
Absolutely. With Drake, I know what I'm going to get ish. With Ye, kinda, because I've heard him more of recent as of late. But Kendrick, it's been 5 years.
Damn.
I really, damn. It's been 4 years, so I literally need to. I wanna see where he's at. It's not my favorite out of the three, but I love his music. But I just want to know what he's
doing
on.
and where he's at.
Yeah, so I'd listen to him first, I think.
All right. So, topic number 3 for today will be just wanted to discuss The Great Gatsby. But the reason I wanted to cook this film, and I guess just films that have bad music in them in general. So I noticed this about Suicide Squad 1, where it's just the music in it is just terrible, and it doesn't like blend into the film. It doesn't make the film any better. Like it's just a soundtrack for having a soundtrack's sake. Does that make sense?
Right.
And oh my god, The Great Gatsby does this. Like there'll just be times and I'm like, why is will.i.am playing? Why have they chose like this random song? And I don't like it when films do this. So there's a car going by and The Great Gatsby and it's filled with black people and they're playing a black song. The last 2 songs which are played have been by white artists. Like we like white music. Like I don't know why is a car filled with black people going by now playing black music. They did this in Suicide Squad when Will Smith's character was loading up the guns, and then I think it's New Slaves, I want to say, and that's just blaring in the background. What? I mean, it could have been any other song, but why when the black character comes on screen, you've not had any indication of this happening previously. Now you play that sort of music.
So what do you want them to play? Fireflies?
Nah, but it's just obvious. You know what I mean? Like the black characters come on the screen.
It's not subtle.
It's not subtle at all.
Yeah, but it's also odd if you play something.
There's songs that could have been played. I mean, I get why they do it. I understand. You know what? To the point that Will Smith probably picked that song himself. He said, "Yo, I'm on screen now. Here's the song that you need to play and make it fit into the film for this scene."
And also, it's the culture as well. They probably asked a lot of individuals, what would you like to play? If they probably asked musical directors, what would you play in this scene and why?
It just comes off as weird. That's what I'd say.
You probably want to listen to Jimi Hendrix with his guitar rather than whoever.
See, it could be done. It could be done a lot more better. Like as in. Guardians of the Galaxy has a phenomenal soundtrack. I think both films do, but the music in there adds to the film.
Yeah, because Gamora's not black.
What is Gamora?
She's
I've never
green.
seen this lady be black.
She's chlorophyll.
I say it's chlorophyll.
Yeah,
that's funny.
She's a green.
She's a green.
Yeah.
Do you know what we should have discussed?
What?
Are you man up to date on What If?
Yeah.
I'm 1 episode behind.
How do you feel about it?
It's entertainment.
I hear that.
Yeah, it's entertainment. Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, but it's entertainment.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, they did some clever stuff.
Did you guys enjoy the episode?
I guess we can discuss the Peggy Carter one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I like that sort of stuff. Like real.
Yeah.
It's questions I think you kind of ask yourself like, oh, what if this happened to our favorite superheroes? Yeah, I was entertained by it. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too.
I thought it was a good spin on it. and made me look at the Captain America mythos differently as well. It was good.
What do you mean?
As in, it was just not differently, but it's more the idea that it just needs to be a good person in the suit. Like, that's what Captain America just needs to be. Peggy Carter is a good person, which we saw in the show. It just needs to be a good person. And as we see, Red Skull had the same thing, and it turned him evil. So in order for Captain America or whoever is embodying that character, they just need to be a good person. There's a lot of interesting things in that film that I really enjoyed. You do need to watch the latest episode.
Is it any good as well?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I preferred the Peggy Carter one,
Okay.
but it doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the latest one.
Yeah.
And it's always nice. It will always be nice to hear Chadwick. I think he's done 4 episodes for this, so we'll be
really?
we'll be hearing a lot of his voice, which is nice.
That's dope.
Because R.I.P. for real, man.
Honestly, man.
Still can't believe that happened.
I saw a rumor that they're gonna unveil Ironheart. Is that her name?
Ironheart I'll be intrigued to see how that happens.
Black Panther.
That film seems crowded though.
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and there's no real.
I don't know what they're gonna do. that is the hardest thing.
Yeah, they are probably gonna play Chadwick Boseman in a suit, but I don't know what.
I think they're gonna kill him off screen, or maybe even try to kill him on screen. Maybe they have some unused footage that we don't know about, and then they'll have to pass. The mantle has to be passed. It's just a case of who would you want it to be passed to.
They'll probably kill him off screen.
They might not even kill him.
It's very bad.
They might not even kill him. They might not even kill him. They might just retcon and say
he's on a mission
30 years in the future, or this is something else that's going on somewhere else, or multiverse. They could do a lot of things.
There's a lot of things.
I don't think they could. I don't think they'll kill him. I think people would be really pissed off about that.
No, I think they would.
But what's his name? Michael B. Jordan. I think he's actually in line to be the Black Panther.
I think he'd come back for it as well.
Yeah,
it's probably one of his bigger, if not biggest, roles.
Yeah, arguably. Besides Creed, I think so.
So I think it'd make sense for. I'd happily have him come back. M'Baku could take on the mantle. That'd be interesting.
But he's not in line though.
I know, but that's something that they're speculating that could happen.
Shuri maybe.
Shuri makes the most sense. Maybe she is part of the royal family. And in the comics, Shuri does take on the mantle anyway, so it would be a natural fit. But we'll just have to wait and see what they do. Really, that will be interesting. But I wanted to try and cook The Great Gatsby. I'm enjoying the film for what it is. Like, it's a really entertaining film, and God bless his heart. That boy Leonardo DiCaprio always tries to give a great performance, but Jay-Z's got to do jail time for that soundtrack, man. Just in certain places, there's no need for Run This Town to play.
What time period is The Great Gatsby?
It's the 1920s, and Tobey Maguire is being really serious, and then all of a sudden you just hear $100 bills. I'm like, what the fuck? This makes no sense. The only good thing that came from that soundtrack is Lana Del Rey song.
Which song is that?
You're gonna make me sing this, aren't you? You know the one? Will you still?
Hold on. Wait. Tune up your voice and then sing it.
Tune up.
I can't sing.
On.
Put it on.
I wish there was an auto-tune button here. That'll be so funny.
Lana Del Rey makes music for girls who are always tired. That's what I think. And I stand by that.
That's funny.
No, she's great, but I just can't. It was just it's gonna be a real slug to get through. I've downloaded it.
Have you not watched the whole thing yet?
I have. But I've
How long
watched
is it?
Through previously, but I remember really liking it because
when it first came out,
2012-ish. I want to say maybe 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I remember really thinking, yo, this is a really good film, and the music is good. Now that I'm seeing this through a fresh lens, this is awful.
2-pack of ass.
It's just poor music choices. I'm only halfway through, but sometimes it just does not blend.
I watched The Raid 2 yesterday.
Oh.
Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? You loved it, yeah?
Garbage.
Phenomenal film. What did he say?
You said garbage.
You don't like The Raid?
No. I'm talking about
The Raid. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Raid 2 was cool, man.
Yeah.
Ah,
The Raid 2 was
Wait,
cool.
hold on. What happens in the Raid 2?
Nothing.
Nothing but drillings, fam.
No, because
Nothing
the
but
Raid 1,
drillings.
I know he gets locked up in the building.
Yeah.
The Raid 2, my mind spaces out a bit because I did watch it.
The
but
plot was a bit higgy, innit?
Yeah.
But it was entertaining.
Nah, there is no plot.
This
If
is
someone
the
said,
one-
What's the premise of the raid? I'd have to say, yo, dog, I don't know.
Is this the
villains.
one year where they do this, yeah, and then they just start shuffling?
Like that
Hey,
fight
yo,
was
niggas
cold.
fight!
That fight was cold. That
was
whole
cold
building.
Because it was so tense.
Oh, bro, they were fighting for 20 minutes. That guy would not die. Jesus Christ. I was
He's
just
an
sat there
actual
like,
bad man.
fuck, man.
Ah,
He
You
was
have
in
to-
John
man.
Wick 3.
What's that?
He was in John Wick 3, the actor that was
Oh, say word.
shuffling.
That
foot.
does.
He was on smoke, though.
Yeah, for real, dog.
Boy.
He was ready to cook people.
Can't say pop without smoke, though.
That's
That
a
guy
fact.
was on Smolensky, bro.
Smoke.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, no, he was on smoke.
Yeah, nah, that movie is brilliant. Like, just the fight choreography is just otherworldly, and it's
Yeah.
just, it really does add to the lack of story.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what them man are fighting over. I don't know who they're fighting for. So what do you even believe in?
Dark man's just there beating up people for beating up people's sake.
That's a fact. That's a film I can't watch with. I can't watch dubbed. Like, I need to hear the.
Yeah.
I need to hear the violence.
I was
in their
looking for a
voice.
subbed version for 20 minutes. I couldn't flip and find it.
What? It was all dubbed.
All of them was dubbed. I found one eventually, but it took me ages to find a subbed one.
I'm
Took
gonna
me
watch that film
ages.
today. Actually, I might watch both. You know, fuck it.
I watched Fast 9 as well.
Yeah, I saw.
Dark. They had Vin Diesel running across buildings with Tim's on, fam.
Is
I
he
said-
dumb? Are they just dumb?
I think they're just owning it now at this point. You know what? I actually didn't hate the movie.
I'm not
I
surprised.
didn't hate the movie. I thought it was actually like it, you know.
How is
you
John
just turn
Cena his
your brain
brother,
off.
man? This is
It's so dumb.
it's just horrible casting.
Yeah, but Vin Diesel was light skinned, so.
Oh, I'm not trying. He's clearly. What are you talking
That is a
about?
white man. that is a white man.
That is a baby from the Mount Caucasus.
Mount Caucasus. Wait, is Vin
He
Diesel
might be
white?
mine.
What is Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel is actually mixed
Is
race.
he black?
Sorry, he's
Is he
mixed
black?
ethnicity. He's a mixed. Yeah, he's mixed.
Is he black the
ethnicity.
same way Logic is black?
Oh, don't do that. I get
I
uneasy
don't
when
think
Logic
so.
says
No,
nigga.
I don't think so.
Me too.
Me too, no movement, man. I hate him. I don't hate Logic actually. I really do enjoy his music, but
Really?
some of it.
There and
These
there,
songs.
innit?
Do you know what? I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
There's that album when he goes into space. I
Right.
like that album. Let me have that.
Tits.
Mm.
That's the name of the album. The album is called Tits.
Really?
Of my life.
Wow.
It's called Tits.
Is that an acronym?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, why don't you do that, man? What is the name of that album?
I want to know now.
No, I like, but yeah, no, I feel uneasy when Logic says the N word.
The album is called, just so the people are aware, The Incredible True Story,
Okay, fair.
aka
Yeah, you're right. You weren't like, but why did
Tits.
you knew what you was doing?
But yeah, Fast 9 was nothing but stupidity, but it was actually quite enjoyable.
Well, that's all fast the films have become, really, isn't
Yeah,
it? It's-
pretty much.
I mean, it started off about being about racing, and now they're basically another form of the Justice League. They might be able to hang.
Pretty much.
I don't know. You know what? If you are Dominic Toretto or Superman, I don't know at this point.
It's ridiculous.
Didn't he catch something? Like, he caught a car.
Yeah, I think in 7 or 8,
Yeah,
he caught a car.
he caught a car. I was like,
I
bro,
said, come
big
on,
man,
dog.
stop your noise.
It was 7.
What are you doing?
It was 7. 7 has some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my
That's
life.
one thing
he
he died.
caught it.
He should have died.
whole
Paul Walker. Yeah, Paul Walker died.
The
yeah,
whole
yeah.
the whole
Jesus,
parking
man.
lot collapsed. And
He
they
stomped his
survived.
foot, and then the whole thing collapsed.
Yeah,
I
Nah,
said,
do you know what it
forget
was? Is when they were going through the Burj Khalifa, I said, yo, I'm out. I said, give me my ticket.
I need a refund immediately.
no, that can work on a scientific level.
It
but
couldn't.
No.
They worked it out.
No, it can.
What, you think?
I just like all the TikToks where like there's family and the guy just pulls up like, "Don't go me in, okay, sorry."
Nah, do you know
Then
what
grabs
one I
the thing
like?
and
It's
puts
like,
over
oh,
him.
When you change the oil in your car.
And that song plays, and he just squat near them. Like,
Oh,
Nah,
they are.
too funny.
No, they're the dumbest films maybe ever made, but love them. They've
So
obviously.
what was
there-
Bow
enough
Wow's
people-
role?
in the newest one,
Yeah, meaty.
bruv, he didn't do anything. I think he was just there for the sake of being there. He didn't offer anything
He just
in that
wanted to
movie.
check, man.
Who's this?
Bow Wow. He didn't
Bow Wow was in it.
Yeah.
Barely.
Oh,
Shad Moss.
Shad Moss. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
What else was? I'm hearing Homegirl can't drive and she's driving the Magnet.
It was
Do
just
you know
dumb.
what? It
It was just dumb, but hey.
anything. She needs to get busy, man. Like, I don't see her in enough stuff.
Natalie Emmanuel, I think her name is.
Game of Thrones. Do you know
Lovely
how
woman.
bad Game of Thrones ending has been? No one can get work.
No, they've got work. They're gonna be in
Ish.
the Eternals, ain't they?
Ish.
Kit and the other dude.
He ain't done anything in ages.
I think he had a bit of a. I think he had mental issues.
Oh, what Kit?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, look where your mind goes.
What?
So the whole
I think
series is
he-
trash.
I
So
think
you-
he's-
I didn't say the whole series is trash. I said it ended badly, which has left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, which has led to a lot of them not being able to get as much work as they
Emilia
originally
Clarke
would
is
have.
still getting busy.
Who?
Emilia Clarke.
Yeah. She's not doing anything like stand out-ish. No one's gonna give them major roles. She's box office poison as well.
That's a good Snow Bunny right there.
Oh, top tier. Are we talking?
Come on, dog. You guys
Well,
are-
I'm a man of my word.
I refuse to speak.
I'm a man of my word. But yeah, no, I think we'll I think it's ruined a lot of their careers, but we'll see. Maybe the Eternals will pick it up for both Kit and Richard.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got one of the funniest moments in my life in The Bodyguard. Get your monkey under control. A mixed race.
Oh. Yo.
You know what's so funny about it?
No, we got to fight.
Is how deadpan his face was, and the Scottish accent just killed me. I'm mixed with this.
Why did you believe it?
And the funniest thing about it is when you said it in the group chat, I think you were recording it and you're like dying with laughter. When I watched it myself, I said, "This is so stupid."
It's such a good show. It's from
Oh,
The
shit.
Bodyguard season 1.
Oh shit! That's
I
so
think there's
funny.
only one season anyway.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was in tears.
Oh my days, that is so funny. I forgot about that. Man said, "I'm mixed race," and the guy just looked at him like, "What?" Barely. If you're mixed race, then what does that make Vin Diesel? Vin Diesel is dead black if you mixed race. Jesus Christ, that was so funny,
Him and Logic have the same complexion.
bruh.
Okay, final topic. People not washing. Celebrities have come out. What's her name?
We had the chance to speak about this maybe on episode 94 or 96, whatever it was, right?
Indeed.
93 or 95, whatever episode it was. But now, yeah, it's disgusting.
We have to discuss this.
Yeah, we got to. They bullied Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis into giving them a bath.
I didn't know they were together.
Really? What did you think they were?
I just forgot. You know when you know something, but then you don't.
It doesn't register.
It doesn't register, but then
Yeah,
you see it again. Like, oh no, they actually are together.
Yeah,
Oh
they
shit,
are.
fair
They're-
dues.
They've got kids together, anything and
They're-
everything.
They were bathing them under duress, dog.
For real. And they didn't know what they were doing. You could tell them. I've never
done this
They out here. I've never. Yeah, nah, it was gross. And then what's his name? Jake Gyllenhaal came out and said, "Just don't have time to do it."
You have all that money, all those resources, and you're not shaving you're not washing your nyash.
I don't know what's going on with them, man. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's borderline unbelievable.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to keep my mouth closed
Why?
because I think it's necessary for me to keep my mouth closed.
Is
I'm not going to make any generalizations.
this that affair of targeting a specific subset of?
No comment. No.
I just don't know why.
You know what, man? Just washing it.
That's a fact. I think that's the best advice. we could
All
give.
these cases going up. And you're telling man to get vaccine. You don't wash. Rah.
You know
You
what?
man are
He's
funny.
got me there.
You man are actually funny.
That's
Don't even wash
hilarious.
your own legs. Like, what kind of nonsense?
Wash your nyash, man. Come on.
Ladies, I actually don't understand. Like, because the thing is, they shave. So you have to wash leg.
I just don't know how to like. And how are you telling people? Why are you going on press tours and saying this shit?
Like,
Like,
dog, like
oh, do you know what? I've got a movie coming out, but I also don't wash. Like, what the fuck?
you busted, dog.
If there's a makeup, I understand. But everybody else is living every day. And you're telling me you don't wash.
Some things you just keep to yourself, really. Like I don't like in
Nah.
this world. I don't want to say do you because it's disgusting, but like, I, j- how can like just why did you feel the need
Why
to
is
say
that a thing to be?
Why are you going on like? Just imagine
Why are
them
you
going on
proud of
Ellen
it?
and being like, yes, I just don't wash, and oh,
How does that even come up in conversation?
like oh shit. Well, you
By the
know what?
way.
That's funny, Chris Pratt. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
It wasn't Chris Pratt who said it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're all of the same ilk.
It's crazy, man. Honestly, I don't understand why it's a thing. They almost tried to get The Rock. The Rock was like, I shower 3 times a day.
How did they try to get him?
I think he retweeted one of those tweets about it, and then someone query tweeted it, trying to say, "Oh, looks like The Rock is co-signing."
Oh,
this image. And he
fuck.
was like, I shower
He
in the
goes to
morning,
the gym.
I shower after the gym, I shower at night. Don't try me.
Yeah.
How many times a day do you think The Rock goes to the gym?
Once.
I think he lives there.
Yeah, no, he
7
moves
times a
it.
day.
Everywhere he goes, he moves his gym.
Yeah, I think he would even gym if he's in like when he's on a press tour in a different country.
Yeah, he moves his gym.
What he's explain?
They dismantle it and move it.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I mean, he's got enough money to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. Fair enough. I mean,
Because when you have your own gym and your own place, you know exactly what to do. You know where everything is. There's familiarity. But when you go into other places and other gyms, sometimes they don't have the equipment for you to have a fulfilled
yeah,
session.
he needs to. I reckon he'd be really OCD about that as well. Like,
Yeah.
this is my workout and this is how it has to go. I
Probably.
can't accept anything less.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah.
Yeah, The Rock showers 3 times a day, probably once in the morning, once after gym, and then one at night. But you don't feel sticky. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you don't feel sticky. You don't like your legs. Like you don't. You know your armpits as well. Like
feel sticky.
no, because some people they just spray and then walk out. Me, I use roll on. Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure someone that shouldn't be named.
you don't. And it's summertime as well. Like summertime, you are
when you're
sticky. It's
sweating.
hot. In some places, they don't have deodorant, so you smell with the BO. It's another form of humidity. So there's humidity, and then as soon as you smell it, it's
Bruh.
you
know
smell it. You really smell that stuff.
You know
and
what I
you're
was
telling
thinking?
me you don't wash your legs, you don't wash your body. You don't wash. You don't wash. You just don't wash. Like, who raised you? Like, really?
Do you know what I think? You know, there's things in life here where people like do things that they don't think they don't show off. They should tell other people, but when they do it, they think everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit, I don't do it either."
Yeah,
I think they were
But
waiting for
he-
that
no,
moment,
my
but everybody
issue
cooked
is
them.
Jake had already seen Mila and Ash. He
Get
must have
cooked.
getting cooked.
And then he
He
decided to join
decided
in.
to double down.
Come on, dog.
He said, "I'm all chips all in, baby."
Oh, yuck. Man said, "Nah, man." Anyway,
Nah, it's nah,
Like the sweat you had the day before, you save it for the next day. Like, what are we doing? Like, honestly, like, what are we doing? And then, you know, back in the day, and even today, they have some form of ideology saying, "Oh, you homeless people are dirty." You motherfuckers don't even wash yourself.
and you
You
got a
don't
shower
wash-
to use.
You have some people have multiple bathrooms in their.
massive.
There's even like architectural plans where basically they will have 5 bedrooms but 10 bathrooms.
Mm.
And yeah,
you,
man,
you
doesn't
couldn't
wash.
even use one. And they have a bathroom in the pool house. You couldn't just use one. You couldn't just scrub leg. Do you know how long it takes to scrub a leg?
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
just,
dog.
it's beyond me,
I ain't
man.
got time.
I'm 100% on your side. I just don't. I don't get this.
I ain't got bruv.
It doesn't make any sense, and nor will it, nor should it really. I don't think it's something we should entertain at all.
You just do you feel? Jesus.
It is. It is what
It
it is. man.
is what it is, my friend.
It is what it doesn't need to be.
Well, you know what? All of them have been cooked, rightly so. Rightly so.
Smelling. Oh,
Ashton Kutcher and
quiet.
Mila Kunis have now gone on Instagram Live, giving their babies a bath, and that Spider-Man meme with Jake Gyllenhaal and Spider-Man using his spider senses, but you could just smell him.
Smell that boy.
Brilliant. So they've got their just deserves. Just deserves or just desserts?
Listen. If you listen to this podcast, just wash.
And you know what's mad?
That's all.
Actually, no. That's another thing.
Just
I'll
wash.
ask you after the podcast because, yeah.
Okay.
Musica.
Music.
My choice this week is a song by Boldy James. He put out a tape called Bo Jackson with The Alchemist producing. It sounds sensational. The song on there I'm going to pick is called Brick Mile to Montana. And it features The Butcher.
Okay.
Butcher coming. My choice is Evian by Goldlink. It's really interesting how that song actually goes, but
Is it on his new tape?
yeah, his new song, Haram.
I didn't like that project, you know. That project is haram, bro. Like, he called it haram for a reason, dog.
Damn.
There's some good songs on there.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
I think he was really
Goldlink.
experimenting.
It's very experimental. I was not expecting. When you think of Goldlink, you think of a certain sound. I was not expecting to hear what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. Shout out to Goldlink.
Really
Though. He's a talented artist.
My choice is Russ Millions and Bunny Exciting. Came out this weekend. Rather enjoyed it. I'd heard the snippet, so I was waiting for that to come out. So I was pleased because sometimes you can hear the snippet and then the actual song lets you down. So I'm happy that didn't happen on this occasion.
I thought you were gonna pick
What?
Diggity. What's the name of the song?
I like that song, man.
I am chefing you.
We've got another episode, so
I
I'll probably
bust
put it
my
there.
gun.
I like the song.
I said, what the fuck? Man's harmonizing, killing people.
He tried to
Jesus
sing it. I think it
Christ.
came off. My biggest issue is RD on the feature. I don't think it worked at all.
Fair enough.
But I think the actual song from Digger is good. I put the reference track or the leak in the Made in Chafford group chat.
Oh,
I
really?
was like, yeah, it was good. I liked it when it was just Digger.
Yeah,
I would have just enjoyed it if it just been Digger, but
An RD kind of.
yeah. And I like RD. You know, I picked that boy, so
Yeah,
So
it's
you
true.
let
You
me
picked
down
that
there.
song from Quay, innit?
Mm.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, man. Lads, this has been a good one. I've enjoyed
yeah,
this.
definitely. It's gonna be a tough one to name.
I'm mixed race.
It's got well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Cool.
All right. See you guys in a bit.
Until next time, obviously, retweet, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, MIC, hashtag MSC pod, join the conversation.
3 digits.
And you know what? Just show some love.
Love it.
And wash your legs.